and you can quote this on me. There is no way the Orioles or Red Sox make the playoffs this season. Yeah, yeah. There's no way. There's no way.
I set the bar really low at the NBA predictions.
I don't think all Mavs fans look into the stats like I do.
It's not the great value Target brand toilet paper or whatever. It's the Charmin Ultra Strong.
I don't know if Nick Nurse is the coach for the Raptors. I don't know if he's the reason why they won the 2019 championship. I feel like that was more of a team effort.
The Mavs cannot say we do not miss Seth Curry shooting threes.
This questions the firing of Dwayne Casey, who I think is a very underrated coach.
To me, the Capitals really pushed all their chips for this season.
Hello, I'm Mike Grimes, and you've been listening to Outsiders Opinions with Kevin and Austin.
What's up, y'all? It's me, Kevin, and welcome to our NHL Opinions of the Week. I am joined by Austin, the man with the trade machine and the ice skates.
You're going deep into your bag with this one.
Yes.
Man, that Vladimir Tarasenko trade is huge, and I think it has ripple effects around the entire league. That's really what we're going to be talking about today, and then some other maybe trades we'll have to see. It's kind of a fluid episode, but what did you think about the trade?
I was pretty shocked. Like, I remember Tarasenko requested a trade last year, then he stayed with the Blues, and I thought, oh, okay, cool. But yeah, that adds some nice scoring already to a Rangers team where they seem pretty well at scoring. Who's their main? I know they have Lafreniere, but he's more of a winger. And
are you thinking of Panarin? Or are you thinking about Zibanejad? Or are you thinking of Adam Fox, a defenseman? Heedle's playing well.
Panarin's the center, or is he also a winger?
I think Panarin's a winger. I think Zibanejad plays center.
Is there a center that...
Pretty sure it's Zibanejad.
Hurricanes
is Aho.
No, well, no, wasn't there... He was on the Hurricanes. I don't know who I'm thinking of. Or am I thinking of
the only one I know of that came from the Hurricanes is Jacob Slavin, but Jacob Slavin is a defenseman, or Jacob Slavin.
Then I must be.
Oh no, Slavin didn't count. Who was it then?
Oh man, wait. It's man, you really like him. I can't remember, or maybe I'm thinking of the wrong team. Oh man. Vincent Trocheck. He's the center.
Oh, yeah.
Is he on the hurt?
Yes.
No, he was on the pin. Oh, he was?
He was. Oh, wait, no. I think he is. Trocheck is on the... Trocheck's... Is he now on the...
Oh, he was. So he's with the Panthers,
he's
then the Hurricanes.
It's true, but that's from... No, not true. But who am I thinking of then?
Okay, I have no idea. I was thinking of Trocheck.
Okay. You're just saying that I like him a lot because I picked him to win the whatever.
I just remember, like when you were talking, you would always mention Trocheck.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm finally putting places to names with players, but yeah, I think he has some scoring depth. But have the Rangers struggled with scoring? What do you think?
I mean they're 14th in goals for, so yes, I'd say yes.
Okay, so that makes sense why they traded, and it kind of seems like it's now like I know they traded a pick. Did they trade any? They traded one, or didn't they also get another player than Tarasenko?
Yes. I probably should pull that up. Are you doing the same?
I'm doing the same thing. Nico Mikkola.
That's right.
So is he a defenseman?
I need to find the trade. Yeah, he's a defenseman.
Oh, and Tarasenko is on an expiring contract.
Yes, this is a rental, probably.
Okay. I think they did a similar thing with Trocheck last year. They traded for him. He was a rental, and then he re-signed.
That is true, but it's going to be harder to re-sign Tarasenko. And now this kind of is a segue into what we were talking about right before the video. Patty Kane is not happy that the Rangers are not a possibility. And the reason why it's not a possibility is because they made this Tarasenko trade. They're not going to have enough probably draft capital or capital in general to trade for Kane.
Yeah, I agree. And from what I've been hearing, like I'm not as dialed in with the NHL trade deadline as much as like the NBA deadline because I just haven't found the shams of the NHL. But apparently, from what I've been hearing, apparently the Rangers, like you said, were deciding between Patty Kane, and apparently the Dallas Stars are interested in Kane. I don't know how I feel about that because what would it take to get Patty Kane from the Blackhawks? And that's a name I hadn't heard of that he was on the market.
Yeah. Apparently, there's been various teams: Stars, Oilers, Golden Knights. Those are really the teams after New York, which is falling out of the contention because of the Tarasenko trade. But trading for him, it would take a good bit. He has had a down year, though, so maybe his price is lower than it would have been last year. But it will take a significant portion of draft capital plus probably one or two young players.
Okay. Yeah, and I remember picking the Blackhawks to do really well because it seemed like they were going to be close, and they made that trade for LaFleur. No, did I say it right?
Lafreniere? You said LaFleur,
no.
like Matt LaFleur.
No, I'm thinking of the goalie from the Knights.
The goalie from the Knights?
Yeah, but now he's on the Wild. Why am I messing up his name?
Marc-Andre Fleury?
Fleury. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I missed that name. I don't know.
I didn't know who you were talking about. I thought you were talking about Robin Leonard for a second, and then
no.
Yeah, I realized no. Yeah, I was lost until you said that.
Yeah, Andre Fleury. I was thinking of him because they made a trade and we were kind of picking him. Like they also traded that center. They traded Adam Fox, didn't they?
No,
or did they get Adam?
No,
I'm not thinking of Adam Fox. Dang. Yeah, I'm just messed up.
Who traded who? Who traded?
Remember it wasn't. It was Columbus or
Columbus traded
with the Blackhawks.
With the Blackhawks to get Seth, the Blackhawks got Seth Jones. They traded
Seth
away
Jones,
Adam Boakfist.
Okay, I got an Adam.
Yes, there was an Adam.
Like I know names. It's now I am mixing up the names with hockey.
Okay.
But yeah, and because we were like, oh, they could do this, and it just hasn't worked out. So I guess they're going full into that rebuild.
I mean, I think they were already pretty committed, but and the Blues should still stay kind of close, but the West is kind of running away from them. I'd really love to see Patty Kane on the Stars, mainly because offense is something they've struggled with in the past seasons, and there's no guarantee that this is going to keep up right now, but getting ahead of it and making some quality trades I think would be very interesting. We'd have to see, though.
Yeah, I would be more interested maybe on the defensive end. Because I kind of feel confident, like we have some nice young forwards. The Benassance is still a thing. You have Sagan. While it would be great, you would probably have a line of that would be a great second line because Kane is a winger, or is he a center?
He's a winger.
Oh. So you could almost have a line of Ben, Sagan, Kane. That would be incredible.
And then you'd have your front line of Hintz, Robertson, and Pavelski, which is still one of the best lines in hockey again. So, I mean, having those as your top six is dangerous to say the least. And then you have young players all over the place.
Marchment, I love Ben Wyatt Johnson.
Wyatt Johnson, yeah.
I'm in that point where I kind of was like, I kind of want to keep my young players.
I get that, but if you need to trade away some draft picks to get Kane, I mean, the issue is the age of guys like Pavelski. Like, if it's not this year where you're already number one in the West, what year is it? It's hard to imagine Pavelski stays this consistent next year. It's hard to imagine. Now, it could happen. He's already defied the laws of aging. However, there's no guarantee. And with that no guarantee, you really have to go all in this year.
Yeah, but I feel like what's making this team so good right now is the young players are playing so well while the old players are still playing well.
That's true. Ben has had a resurgent season. Sagan isn't as bad as he has been in recent years. Uh, but I think going all in would be a smart move. Because, again, you're not always
yeah.
going to be first in the West. I mean, they're first in the West. Right now, they would have the best run to the playoffs because of their seeding. They'd have home ice advantage the entire way through until they got to the final. And then, but you really, I think you really, yes, they're the number one seed in the West, but they're so far behind teams like Boston that I think you need to realize, hey, if we're actually going to go all in, that includes us thinking about who we're going to face in the final, whether it be Boston, Tampa, Toronto, Carolina, New York, and we got to combat that. And they've already made one Stanley Cup final with Pavelski and these guys getting older, but they've already lost Radulov because of age. He was getting older and starting to fall off after that year, and you can't risk not having Ben, Sagan, and Pavelski at what now seems like the best you're ever going to get for a while, if ever.
That is fair. But maybe I feel confident in my offense. I'm a little worried about the defensive end.
Would you rather make a trade on that aspect, like for an Erik Karlsson?
Yeah, because we have Miro. There's Neil Lundqvist, who's still pretty young, and then you have Suter, but
Suter's not playing.
Yeah, Suter's old, so you can put him in that older area, and they lost Klingberg. So to me, defenseman is kind of where I would like to upgrade.
Okay. I'm trying to look at. Okay, so Erik Karlsson listed most likely is Sabres, Kraken, Stars, Jets, and Oilers.
And yeah, that's kind of where my priorities lie on the defensive side, because the Stars have been able to score, and Karlsson will probably bring in more veteran leadership. And isn't he a former teammate of Pavelski because he's with the Sharks?
Yes.
Let's go.
And
Pete DeBauer was probably his coach.
Yes, Peter DeBoer was definitely his head coach.
Cool. So yeah, but outside of the Stars, it looks like Kane is on an expiring deal as well, so he'd be a rental. What other teams are you thinking? Maybe Seattle. Do you think Patty Kane? Because Beniers got injured. Right?
Yes, Seattle was a potential. I mean, they have young guys, they have trade prospects, but I think second year into your existence, I mean, do you want to go all in? I mean, you can because they're really close. I think they're the second best team in the West for point percentage. But I would caution them. Okay, they fell behind Winnipeg and Vegas, but barely. But I would caution against going too far in when you have so many young guys. Yes, the Stars have young guys, but again, they're older guys is what really stipends their growth.
Yeah, or I'm looking at other teams some high in the standings. What about the Devils for Kane or?
I think Kane's more likely than the Karlsson because they're already paying Dougie Hamilton, a defenseman, a lot. And I think their defense is a big reason why they're staying afloat right now. But I could see either. They should have a pick to trade, something like that. But it's how many picks you have soon because I know the Stars don't have their first this year, I don't think.
Yes, that was in the Lundqvist deal.
That's right. And then, I mean, there's a lot of are they going to take, how many first would it take if they do make a trade? And I don't know. With the NHL, it's a lot more confusing because there's a lot more ifs, I feel like, than the NBA.
Like ifs prospect-wise or like playoff-wise?
Well, because of how parity the league is, you making going all in doesn't really always result in even a long playoff run. And I guess we saw it recently in the NBA too with the Nets, but it's a lot more rare.
Yeah, I would agree. Another team are the Knights. The Knights aren't going to make another trade for a big name player like Kane, right?
They could. Okay. I mean, you could always make the money work.
Okay. So yeah, I'm just trying to think of names, teams. We'll probably start coming deadline more, but yeah, that Tarasenko move shocked me, and I had high hopes for the Blues, but it just it hasn't worked out for them. So yeah, but the Jets are killing it. Avalanche a little bit slow. They're third in the West or in the Central. But yeah, any other comments before we end this episode?
Nope.
That's all we got. Thank you for listening, and thank you for listening to Outsiders Opinions. Be on the lookout for more videos and any topics on our Instagram or Twitter page.